Hi everyone, welcome to the Australian Formula One podcast. This is podcast number 52. As usual, you're joined by my good self Max and my best buddy Pep. It's been pretty quiet over the last week or so in Formula One, Pep. There's been a bit of testing, of course, going on at Catalunya.
Yes, mate.
But other than that, there's been very little controversy and everyone's been very quiet.
Yes, mate. There's been a bit of testing and obviously a few car launches, and we'll talk about that. But otherwise, it's been pretty quiet, mate. Most of the drivers have been keeping their mouths shut, and besides the usual optimism, mate. Besides that, everyone's been pretty quiet and just getting on with the testing.
Yeah. There's been a couple of surprises, I guess, with the testing, which we'll talk about in a moment. But mate, I wanted to start with the recent car launches.
Yes, mate.
Two teams launched their car. Let's start off with the Renault, mate. What do you think?
Yeah, mate. Well, we've been talking about the car launches, and the Renault was the most recent one, and obviously the livery was pretty much exactly the same, I think. But I was looking at the car pretty closely, and I noticed the side pods were, they were quite sexy, mate.
And they've got little flick-ups either side of them as well. I thought, very interesting. Maybe taking a leaf out of BMW's book with the curves on the monocoque of the BMW.
Yeah, I was looking at the Renault pretty closely, and I tell you, it has got some new bits, but whether it's going to perform and win races, we'll see. But I did like it. I liked the look of the car last year, so it looks the same this year. So I'm pretty happy, mate. It's good.
The only thing concerning me about the Renault at the moment, and I know it's early days, is that they are over a second off McLaren's pace, and I don't know whether that's a sign of things to come. Maybe not, because it is only testing, as we all know. But I didn't like seeing the Renault, mate, over a second off McLaren. But that's the way it goes.
Yes, mate. And also we've had the Honda release their car, and Honda, they've dropped the My Earth Dream and they've gone with the Earth Dreams look. And the car, you know what, Max? When I saw it, I was a little bit worried. I was clicking on the website and I was thinking, oh God, here we go. But I actually really liked the car. I think the aero bits, when you saw it with the white, when they were testing, you couldn't really see that well. And the photos that, they weren't that clear. But mate, I'll tell you, that car looks great. I love the green stripes. I love the red flashes. I think it's a great looking livery, mate, and a quick looking car.
A quick looking car, but a slow car. That's the only problem with the Honda at the moment. I agree with you, aesthetically it looks great. I like the stripes down the front of the monocoque. I'd rather them get rid of the Earth symbol on the airbox and all that and just have it a static colour, but it looks aesthetically pleasing. Bloody thing's too slow. That's the issue at the moment, and I don't know what Honda are going to do before everyone's leaves for Australia, but I tell you what, they've got to do something and pretty quick. I'm not impressed by Honda at all at the moment, and as I've been quoted in the past as saying, F1 needs a strong Honda, and I'm a little bit worried, mate, to be honest with you.
Well, mate, looking at the launch video, Ross Brawn, isn't he looking fit?
He's looking great.
A few people have commented as well how
he's lost £1 million.
He has.
Looks great.
That year off was obviously pretty good for Ross.
We're not gay though. Don't get me wrong. We don't fancy him, but he's looking good. Yeah.
Ross is looking excellent, mate, and I tell you, he's going to move that team forward, I think. So I really hope, like you said, that, it'd be great if Honda was strong. And Ross is the man to do it, I'd say, right now. Yeah, I'm trying to think who's the better man to do it.
Oh, look, he's a great asset for Honda, which we've discussed in the past. The problem is that this year's Challenger, for all intents and purposes, from what I've seen, is just not quick enough.
Yeah.
Okay, it handles better and is quicker than the 07 car, from what the pilots say, but we all know that's no surprise because the Honda of last year was rubbish. But I wonder if they've made a big enough step. Every team's made a step, of course, but I wonder if Honda have made a big enough step to get the pace back in the car. I don't know. I'm really concerned about Honda.
Well, there's a few more car launches to go, so we'll see what happens with those. But you know, I guess every team is saying the same thing. Same as Honda, you know, they want to make the next step forward.
Yeah.
And there's more testing going on.
Oh, and congratulations to Fizzy in the Force India. We've been pretty critical of Fizzy of late, but from a PR exercise, it was great to see Fizzy finish in P4 at Catalonia. So well done. It was a bit of a boon, I think, for Force India.
Yeah.
Good on it.
So, mate, do you think we're going to see anything from the Bahrain testing and the testing coming up? I mean, we're still waiting, of course, for the season to start. You know, can we see much? Do you think we'll see much from testing?
I think as the off season progresses and we get towards the pointy end, I think testing will actually have more of an influence on people's thinking. At the moment, I mean, you look at Red Bull, for example. They've tried that fin off the airbox.
Yeah, massive.
So
fin,
people are trying this sort of thing. I mean, and that's great. They're in some cases getting it wrong at the moment, but I think as testing, or the last of the tests before the season starts, I think you can draw a little bit more out of that. But it'll be fascinating to watch. And we had the Williams FW30 today, mate, with the front wing issue.
Yes,
Nakajima,
yeah, with Nakajima having the accident
into a wall.
Yeah.
They instantly stopped Rosberg, of course, to check the fault out, but they think they'll have it rectified by the next day's testing. But
Yeah.
I guess in answer to your question is no, I don't think we can take anything or too much out of testing at the moment. But as we progress, then yes, it'll become more important.
Well, the thing I've always said about testing is that at some point they need to, you know, see how quick the car can go. So, you know, overall, if you can get a good trend of performance, then you know that car's going to be pretty strong. But you know, at some point you have to go for it.
And as we know, Ferrari didn't test at Catalonia. Their test is coming up very soon. But no surprise that McLaren are on top as well in the recent days, but it'll be interesting to see what Ferrari does.
Yeah, I've actually been watching some of the testing on this website. Actually, it's great to search for and find some testing and launch news and things, Max. So it's good to see the launches and things. First time ever, you know. Like normally you see a short snippet on TV or something, but to see the whole thing.
Yeah, in Australia, short snippet means real short.
Yeah. So you get to see the whole launch. It's great. Alright guys, well as always, let us know what you think. The comments have been, you know, we've had plenty recently and there have been plenty of views on what we've been saying.
Yeah, some great comments, guys, and as ever, please continue to send us your views. We love reading them, don't we?
Yeah, we do, mate. Alright, well thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.
Alright guys, see you.
Okay, bye.